Everybody, grab a pillow. It's on. Late night lights down low, phone screen glowing bright. Altcoins start flying. It's a pillow fight. One coin hits the ceiling, another hits the floor. I'm ducking and diving, one more and more. Feathers in the air, laughter in the room, but when the red ones hit, it hurts like a bruise. Pillow fighting with altcoins, pillow fighting all night. Pillow fighting with altcoins, hold on tight. One pillow up, one pillow down, swinging all around. Pillow fighting with altcoins, best game in town. I got knocked out twice, but I'm jumping back in. Grab another coin, let the feather spin. Ego says you're winning, but the chart says no. Still I'm laughing hard as the pillows fly low. Why do I keep playing when it hurts so bad? Cause the next big pillow might just make me glad. Here I hear pillow fighting with altcoins, pillow fighting all night. Pillow fighting with altcoins, hold on tight. One pillow up, one pillow down, swinging all around. Pillow fighting with altcoins, best game in town. Hey, pillow fight. Hey, pillow fight. One more swing, one more swing. Don't you quit, don't you quit. Pillow fighting with altcoins, pillow fighting all night. Pillow fighting with altcoins, hold on tight. One pillow up, one pillow down, swinging all around. Pillow fighting with altcoins, best game in town. Best game in town.
Come on, everybody. Clap your hands. We're gonna do the crypto twist. Yeah, like this. Let me tell you about a chart I know. Green 1 minute, then red below. You buy the dip, think you're so smart, then it flips again, tears your heart apart. Round and round it goes, up and down it flows. You gotta move your hips, let the tension grow. Come on, baby, don't be slow. Grab your phone and let's go. Do the crypto twist, twist. Do the crypto twist, twist. Dip to the left, pump to the right. Twist with all your might. Do the crypto twist, twist. Follow, sell high, hold on tight. Round and round, day and night. Do the crypto twist. Mama said, son, don't lose your head. Let the candles twist till you see it red. 4 more hits, you jump right in, and the rug gets pulled. Where do I begin? Whales are dancing, shills are calling, leverage screaming, margin calling. You twist your neck to see the screen, praying for that moonshot dream. Do the crypto twist, twist. Do the crypto twist, twist. Dip to the left, pump to the right. Twist with all your might. Do the crypto twist, twist. Follow, sell high, hold on tight. Round and round, day and night. Do the crypto twist, 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 twist. Now dip, twist. Now dip, now pump, now sell. Faster, 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 faster. Twist, twist, twist. Hey. trading floor. Paper hands fold and diamond hands roar. Guru shouting, this one's the one. But tomorrow morning it's already done. You twist your body, you twist your mind, chasing that green, leaving sense behind. Come on everybody, feel the beat. The crypto twist can't be beat. Do the crypto twist, twist, yeah. Do the crypto twist, twist. Dip to the left, bump to the right. Twist with all your might. Do the crypto twist.
Check 1 2. The ringing of the cowbell.
Do the crypto twist. Yeah. Twist, 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 twist. Come on, do the crypto twist. One more time. Twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey.
Hey now, gather round.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg, the coolest turkey on YouTube that does TA and sometimes some live trading over here late at night, fishing for a different spot though. Let me know what you like. Watching whatever's going on over here with Bitcoin as we are flirting, or definitely lost this trend line that we were hoping would hold, right? That was the one we were hoping would hold. That one had one of the possibilities that we were looking for, depending on where we pull our fibs. There still might be an area of support just right here at the 0.5. Based on what I'm seeing, how this particular pool respects the fibs, I'm not seeing it. Let's come down to this low over here, and that's the current 618 that we're looking for. Actually, I think it's the impulse right over here. No, that's lower. I believe we should go with that one right there. That idea. If you're looking on the very low, from the very low, last low that we had, that's, well, I'm going to keep that one. Our 786 Fibonacci area right here. I'm going to squishy this little guy up there just a little bit. Right now, I think I'll just color code you now. We got some confluence right here at this area that we might be coming to for a little bit of supporty port. But if we're looking at this bigger move right here, I mean, she can keep on coming. This is where we would try to overlap possibly another harmonic, since we're in a range. And we can play with that idea. We would go from here to here to here. We're looking at another butterfly pattern, which they can have some scary ass retracements. First area we want to look for is the 886 area. That's right here. Second area I want to look for is the wrong one. The 1272 area, right? We can grab it. Can we? Did we grab it? Can we grab it? Sean, can we get this one? D point. 272 area right down here. Let me see if I can scoochie right in. Oh, that's close. Right there. Let me paint this little guy in purple colors there. And these could be some of the possibilities that we're looking for just from the local possible, not confirmed by any means, harmonic idea, pointing us down to some of these lower lows. Now, hopefully this one right here at 67 would hold, because breaking that little guy gets a little scary. Now, even though this is a bullish setup that says, hey, we should reverse here and look for bottoming patterns to form here at this area. If it does confirm, hopefully it will not confirm, and this trend line would at least hold. And maybe we're just doing a little local 618 or 886 return here. That would be the most bullish aspect that I could get for this particular harmonic pattern, but they don't particularly do that. They do not. They do not. They usually look at, for this one, whoops, that we just drew right down here, or even a little lower. And hold on. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what it says. If I can get it to the 1618, which is, my goodness, way the hell down here, about $56,000. Well, that corresponds a little bit with some of the bigger ideas that we looked at. Now, that would be these are the main two variations for this particular pattern. The 886 is just a good area for a local idea. There's no harmonic there for that 886. At least not from this one over here. Maybe from right over here. We can take a look at that idea if you're trying to look for something a little local. This might be a nice little idea if we're going to try to do the magical harmonics. Let's see what we got. Could be a 382, yeah, a little higher high. You'd be looking, yeah, that one could do it. That one could do it. That 886 would actually be right down here. Right on the trend line right here. So there's two ideas that we're looking at harmonically that could be playing out. This one's a little bit more short term. This one's a little bit more bigger. Which one will work? Hell, I don't know. You don't know what price is going to do. We can only examine what we got. But I got to say that for the bullish side of the things, we do have a rolling over of these moving averages. So we got a flipping going on. So I'm going to zoom out to the 4 hour. That's where we usually watch the weekend price action over here for Bitcoin and the other coins. And this is where it's getting a little scary with that trend line. We're dipping below it, right? No bueno, tis no bueno. And again, we'll take our Fibonacci measurements from swing low to swing high and see. We lost that little 618 area. That's the area I was really kind of hoping that we would hold. And I was considering this, that we would probably go down lower, but I was anticipating that we would probably try to go up just a wee bit more before we did. And maybe even catch some support over here with the higher low. That's kind of what I was looking for. I thought we could at least come up to the 50 moving average, but we decided to go ahead and roll over with that lower high that we got right there, and that was the first sign that we were in trouble when we got a lower high and didn't take out this guy at 71,000 over here. When you make a higher low, your next mission is to take out the higher high. If you don't do that, then you got to think, this is bearish. Maybe we should look at a short over here. And that would have been the smart idea right there, Buffy. So a lot of people wanting to go short right now. The only argument that I could see for doing it is the bearish retest of the trend line. And that means that the trend line's got to reject us, right? Until then, this could be a bear trap. It could be. I mean, I know we got an idea down here, but this is not confirmed. It may confirm. When it does confirm, I want to look for something bullish. But until then, I don't know. What are we going to do? We're at 886 Fibonacci below it. That's not really convincing. But we do have the 800 and 600 moving average. We got the 300 and the 200 over here. Now, those are bullish formations for the bigger moving averages, which could suggest that, hey, man, maybe this is just that tricky weekend price action we got going on over here. Let's do a little fib analysis over here from swing low to swing high and look at our extensions there. See if we're within range of a turnaround. And a full 618, that's pretty extensive for this. So that's why I would at least look for a possibility of coming back up to area that we just got rejected, or maybe a little higher before we continue lower. That's kind of the biggest thing I'm looking for. And actually, I'm playing around with it, trying to build a little short. But if we get back in here, that idea is probably going to be a little bit nully and voidy. On one of my little smaller plays, just playing with some ideas there. I'm not convinced to take a long just yet. If we get back over here, that would definitely be, if we can confirm a bear trap idea, well, we usually get a nice comeback, a nice strong comeback from those. Why not wait just to get with the trend rather than trying to front run it? Because if we are going to get rejected here and continue down, well, yeah, you'll kind of wish that you took a short. The best place is the short, or anywhere where indicators get topped off and we get our lower highs, because that's all it's been given. Just all she's been given since we topped out over here. Every little come up has always been a lower high. Every one of them. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So ultimately, I mean, common sense just tells you those are the best places to look for your short. That's where you're going to get all your traction from. And even, your stop losses at break even is not coming back to get you, because we are in a bearish trend right here. Lower lows and lower highs. So if your strategy is not, if you're trying to short the bottoms all the time, I mean, And that's when your emotions want you to do it. They went, I'll short here. Okay, you might have got something there. I'm going to short here. That didn't work for you. And people are trying to take longs over here at the top because we're going up. We're going up. And I mean, it's cool if you're using your risk management, got your stop losses real tight and whatever. But and then shorting, I mean, that's just what the emotions try to get us to do. And I even see it done here on YouTube a lot. I'm going to short. I'm shorting right now. You might have an argument here, but it's a risky short, in my personal opinion. I mean, the rules are you break the trend line, confirm a candle. So you got that rule that you could go ahead and try to go in big, but what are we doing over here on the 15-minute? Is it looking bearish? It looks like she can get a little pump up before she roll back over is what it looks like. So maybe the bearish retest of 69,320, 69,350, maybe, but this guy looks inviting, like it could just inviting us up. To me, it's all seeing what happens over here. We're trying to regain the 9-moving average, and even on the 15-minute, I take that as a bullish sign right there. I don't like the way these things are crossing. It does look like a rollover. We didn't have enough strength on these smaller time frames to come back over and get above these guys, even coming down to the 1 minute over here. Watching the ribbons when they flip negative over here, like, oh man, no, not again. Not another bearish flip on the 1 minute of all those ribbons. That can't be good. And it wasn't. But now we're so spread apart, even on the 1 minute, it's time to close the gap a little bit, whether that is just getting up here to talk to this guy and then giving it back up again, or getting above it and climbing through these guys on the smaller time frames. That's what I've yet to see. That's a nice deep pool. There's a big sell-off right there. There's lots of volume behind it. I'm seeing some rising price and some dwindling volumes, so gotta see what's going on. And it's Saturday night. If you're not even trading, I can't blame you a bit. 12 people hanging out with the turkey tonight. Thank you for being here. We plan on looking at some altcoins tonight. We'll take a look at the indices real quick. We'll be looking at Bitcoin dominance. We'll be looking at total 3. Also be looking at stablecoin dominance, and one little quick look at the S&P 500 just to see what's going on with the Wall Street people. They're a little bit shaken up and scared, which can travel over to crypto and help make our bag shrink if things go south. Then we'll start getting into some juicy altcoins, and I've got a list, and maybe you guys got a list, and if this thing is working right tonight, I can put out this little request marker, and I believe it worked. Submit your coin request for live analysis right there, and I will come back and check after I get through doing all my little other weather checking things over here. Right now, it's time to say hello to you guys. How we doing tonight, everybody? We got PMO, Postmodern Oddities. It is first night. Well, congratulations, my man. Thank you for being here. You get the clap if the button works. Sean, get your fat fingers on the button. We got my OG over here, Strega Hard, in the house, doing his moderation. Duality C, and we also got Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber, streams nightly at 9 p.m., sometimes some morning streams. You might see him on some random other streams, Crypto Coin Mindset, I think, and a few other channels across the board there, collaborating. But he goes on at 9 p.m. right before me. We're the dynamic duo, the nighttime crypto streams right here. Let's see if we can come back to the chat before I get too chasing too many squirrels here. Fanny Pack Raid says Strega Heart. Reese John. Shout out to you, Reese John. And Tommy 2 Liters. Happy Saturday. Well, at least it's not Thursday. It's all I got to say. Every day seems like Thursday to me. Welcome in, everyone. Tommy 2 Liters says pillow fight. That was the intro tonight. Nice little sorority pillow fight idea. Little innocent late night fun as they kind of slap the hell out of each other with lead loading pillows. Haven Peck says, well, because of crypto, I'll never find happiness in life. Guess it's nice to see a cool picture. Tommy 2 Liters says, hit that like button, and I gotta agree, Tommy. I think you deserve the clap for that. Sean, get your fat fingers off the button, Sean. Got David Gelf in the house. Shout out to you, David Gelf. Poppy from Box, BX, Sebastian. We got David Gelf. I just said that? Haven says, I'm so jaded and bitter right now, I can't even make plans on my future like DeFi, but I'm right with you. It was something surprising. We get on the bad side. It happens. It sucks when it does, but yeah, it happens. Hopefully we can see some characteristics tonight on these charts, give us a little insight on what's happening with some of these altcoins and Bitcoin. But remember, it is the weekend. This is when the whales come out to play to shake us up and take your Bitcoin away. Oh, we got some list over here. We got 411 on hype, or on XRP. I'm sorry, I said hype, didn't I? All right, let me get my trusty little notebook out right here, and let me come down here. We're asking for XRP. PMO's asking for a hype and river. I've actually got them over here, but let me cross that. River is turbulent, isn't it? Hyper liquid, I'm trying to play that one on spot now, just kind of trickling into it little by little because of my little tiny account even. Might even throw some money over there for that. So hype and river. Coffee from Bex says, good ass coffee. You know you are correct, sir. I believe it's about time for us to take our good ass coffee break about right now. Well, let's see if we can do that. Man, OBS looks different. It had to update. Good ass coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe, the world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow, good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
I hear the music when the music is supposed to be off. Why is that? When I hit the button, it's not doing it. Oh, I don't get it. Oh, I can hear it, but oh, okay. OBS updated, just throwing me off a little bit. David Gelfand 63 says, yep, when the passive DeFi, then the volume dried up, had to start more aggressive trading. Such a headache and time consuming. It can be time consuming on the trading, man. The smaller the time frames, definitely, the more time consuming it is. Tommy Tuler says, got the clap. Do you have the penicillin? Scar says, how's it going, Scar? Good to see you. Chainlink, take a look at Chainlink. Road Dog is sponsored by some good ass coffee. Coffee that's good and ass at the same time. Smash that like button. Scar says, I would see Road Dog stand on his head. Oh, that would be, I'd be still on my feet though, technically though. I mean, if you think about it. Do the turkey legs still move up and down? I think they do. Yeah. I still got some motion to the old turkey legs right there. All right, well, let's get into our show over here. Let's come out and check out altcoins, which are dumping. We're hoping that trend line might hold there, right? It was trying to, and it didn't. Now we're down here testing this one, and we are really testing it. We had a measure move from the original trend line idea, which was up here, right? And the measure move is kind of hinting that we'll come down here to 7,800. However, if we break this trend line to get there, I mean, you are opening the door to come up lower, which would suck. It always sucks when you get a higher high and then somehow they come down and sneak in a lower low. But if it did that, that would be a big ass flush out to come out here and might want to take advantage of it if it were to happen. Or this could be a nice little bear trap idea since we're back up here. Back up inside the trend line at the moment. It's a little bit of a sloppy trend line if you're looking at the wicks, but the candle bodies is right there. Let's pull my angle down there and it should go from wick to wick. Oh yeah, nice right there. I'll extend it there. See if we can get a little traction off altcoin. It'd be nice over the weekend that we caught traction and started going back up. That would require this guy to keep going down. This is Bitcoin dominance. Does look like it made a lower high. Hey, that might be what we need to see there. Now we just need to see some lower lows and just basically just a drop straight down would help on this one. There's some volume over here with a little bit of volume price, so maybe, hopefully it doesn't catch any traction. Meanwhile, stablecoin dominance is going up because people aren't trusting Bitcoin or altcoins at the moment, it seems, and that kind of sucks because you're trying to do a breakout, and that would suck. That would not be good for altcoins or Bitcoin for this to continue up. Luckily, it's got rising price and falling volume, so maybe we'll get rejected over here. Let's hope for that to happen. This is S&P 500, and this is what I'm thinking that it might be trying to set up for, and I may be totally wrong, but this is just an idea. But if this idea plays out, we'd be dropping right back down to these areas eventually where we were before and the whole world was scared, and we might be bullish after that. However, we could still keep on falling. We're at a support level right now, so maybe next week it'll get a little bump up from here. I don't know if it's enough to make a higher high on it. It could be, but I kind of doubt it. And I'm looking for it to drop a little bit more, and that could have an effect on our crypto market as well as some other things. However, energy stock seems to be doing okay, and you got oil over here at almost $100 a barrel. I was trying to pull that up, but I didn't do too good on that idea. WTI oil, it's not trading right now. It closes on the weekend, but I wouldn't want to be in this. I've decided not to trade this thing on the, well, I'm actually still in a trade. I didn't close it out, but it's in profit and stop losses are in place. But I just anticipate this one will get a little spurt up. I don't think it's going to get very much past $100. To me, we're beneath the trend line here and could be doing rollover. I know these things look strong. This is on the 1 minute time frame though. And the markets are closed, so I wouldn't doubt if we get a sharp spike up from the weekend orders that get filled or whatever that. But I just think that this area over here, around $100, maybe a few dollars over, is where there's going to be a lot of oil from the U.S. side that's going to hit the market so that they can get paid, make money from their oil at selling at $100 a barrel. My gosh. They got the supply here. It's just the world oil and the Strait of Hormuz, increasing the crude oil prices, the regular oil, to be a lot higher than what the WTI. So I think, call it manipulation, or Scarpa says this is not manipulation. It's just release of things onto the spot to sell. And everybody's blaming the oil prices on traders driving the price up. So it's not sustainable, in my personal opinion, for this one, just because we do have the U.S. coming in. That's my take on it. Maybe totally wrong, but I see some people plotting this thing out to $138, and I don't think you're going to see it. Not unless this war keeps going and there's another turn in it. But I think the government for the next foreseeable future is trying to do everything it can to suppress this to keep it from going very far below 100. My take profit is about just a little over, about 101, 102, just slightly over 100. I think about 101 something. And then I'm done. I got in about 93 down here, and I'm good. And maybe looking for a short idea. That's exactly what I did last time. I just set a short over here and let it go down. All right, so we got oil trading over here. I think it's range bound still. Other people think that it's getting ready to break to the upside and go crazy. Maybe. I just don't know. I don't know if I'll see that for you. Oil. You look like you had such a nice big run up. It's awesome. You are bouncing off the 50, I gotta say. So I really don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not claiming to know what it's going to do, but what I do know is that the 9 is over the 21. It looks like she's trying to curve around again. Last time she did curve around again, she went up just a little bit more, but we seem to be over here with these guys. Now, we did make a higher low after making this higher high. Maybe it'll come and top out 102. Maybe she's ready to go. But let's get off of oil. Let's come on over here to this section called crypto. Let's take a look at XRP. 15 people hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
It's 50s night here tonight this weekend, so We got that playlist going. I'm on the 4-hour XRP chart. Now, for the bigger picture of this guy, I'm bullish on XRP. Was it you? It's not you. This is a different one. This is not the pattern I was looking for. There's a Cypher pattern over here with the 786 retracement. That's what I was looking for. 618, right? Yeah. We're not looking for that. We're looking, but you already did. Oh, I see. Yeah, you already did that. But I'm on I'm on a spot margin long on this, trying just building up slowly a bag of XRP, and it's a very slow going because she's just been in this dang little range like forever. This is not the normal chart that I look for XRP. Was it Coinbase? Nope. I guess we can go back there. It was this one, I believe. Yeah, this one we got a trend line down. I think is it. So I'm bullish on it with this nice little guy here, a possible, I think it's a confirmed, oh my gosh, have I already forgot the dang name? So this is a Cypher pattern, we bounced off the 618, then we made a higher high at the 113 area, and now we come off to 786, bounce off of it. And these are the main targets I'm looking for, 210, 271, then we start looking at 340 and then 366 as the next target areas to be tested on this guy. And so I'm watching patiently to see, if the momentum can catch up with these bigger moving averages. This is the 800. Kind of sucks that we're below it, but above it is the 660, above it is the 360, and tells me we can close the gap between those and get up above it. And we're starting to do it on the small here. We got a bullish cross of the 9 over the 50. Now we just need that 21 to just bounce his little happy ass up there. We got rejected off the 9. Now we talk to the 21. We need to play with it in the 50 and then get back up to the 9 and try to recover. That's what I'm looking for on that particular time frame. On the 4-hour, we're testing the 200 moving average. Again, our bigger moving averages are bullishly above it. Thickening cloud over here. I like that. Looks like we did or maybe breaking a trend line. That might be scary unless we're going to get a weekend bear trap and where they try to scare us. And maybe it is. And one of the ways I look for these with my techniques is candle bodies to candle bodies, get the angle. And that usually corresponds with the wicks very well. And I just bring them on down, and now it's the same as being wick to wick. And when I see that happen, well, then I know that we might be wicking out. It might be a little bear trap idea. If we lose this little guy down here, I'd be a little concerned. But as you can see, when we come down to the 15-minute, it looks like that's right where we bounced off from. And then now we're just at resistance. So if we can get back above this resistance, even if we have to try it a couple of times, I'm going to be a little bit more bullish than bearish on it, even though all these things are crossing over, right? If we lose that, well, then I guess we're going to take a little ride to the Southlands. And it's not a bad idea if you like living in the South. And it might just be, at some point we always expect, or we should always expect, a double test of these fib areas. And that was down at 110, and I'll just look at that as a buying opportunity. And even if we continue to go up here to $2, I'm still keeping my eyes open for these areas of $1.10, $1.20, $1.30 to be revisited, because that's just kind of how these harmonic patterns work a lot of times. A lot of times you will get a big ass double bottom on your bigger time frames with them. So yeah, so slow going with XRP. Currently she might still be in this big opening broadening pattern and be working on coming up at 173 if we get a bounce over here. So not against it. I think it's looking promising. It's just that the weekend has got us by the bulls, and we got 50 over the 200, 100 over the 200 moving average. That's bullish. I mean, basically, it's enough to help us pull back out of here, in my opinion, and come through this red cloud. So XRP looking kind of, I think she's okay. Just scary weekend price action. weekends where they always try to get you to sell, especially on Sunday nights. If they decide to dump us tomorrow night, it'll be a scary one. Oh, I'm sure it'll be scary AF. They may try to trick us and start pumping us up tomorrow, you know, later on tonight into the morning. Like, I don't know if I trust it. And then it keeps going. You're like, oh man, I should have took advantage of it. Oh man, you can't trust weekend price action. You just can't trust it. Yeah, you might even say you might just lay off of trading it, you know, close out on Thursdays and Fridays when things are looking, well, Fridays things start getting weird usually. But any pumps you get on Friday are usually not going to last until, you know, you come Monday, Tuesday, you're like, oh, damn, they got me. They got me on that Friday one. You know. Let's take a look at some of these other guys. Let's take a look at River. 13 people hanging out with me on a Saturday night. Says River on MixC, and I still got that $35 target over here, a $31 target. She's she cheats. She's a cheater. Does it go up to $28, $30 and drop all the way down here to 17, come right back up to 21 and hold that area? And she's nasty. She'll do flush outs. It's a volatile coin over here, one of them BNB trade things. But it does look like we respected this trend line, got back into it. It's a bearish trend line, or bearish channel, but it's only bearish when we finally break it, right? We can get 3 humps off of this thing. So I am still looking for $31 out of this guy, believe it or not. Moving averages still look nice. 200 across the 800. That's bullish on this guy. Let's go to the daily and see what we got over here. How are you looking? Above the 9 moving average, going into a big thick ass. You make me want to just take another nibble. I keep taking nibbles, and sometimes they win. Sometimes I'm getting stopped out. Usually in profit. I try to, if I can get a good entry on it. My best approach has just been to set a limit, let it come to me. Like I'd set one here at 23. I'd set one here on the 15-minute, 200 moving average area, right between these little guys over here. I think I'll do that. 23.74, maybe. Would that work? Or is that going to... but you would be losing the trend lines. Okay, so let me get my trend line analysis over here. Because when we lose a trend line, then that kind of changes things up a little bit. But would that be your 382 pullback? Is that what we're looking for here? Is that the equivalent? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'd take a chance on the 382. I would. That'd be a going blind, but you know, if you're swing trading, sometimes you do that. Unless you want to, you can be right in the chart when we hit there and make your decision then. But based on the moving average, and then that be a retest of this area over here, and sure, it could dip a little bit lower. But that 23.44 looks like a possible place for me to put an entry in if I want to try to trade this one. The smart person would wait and see what happens there. She could dip down to the bottom trend line or dip down to other support areas. She did make a higher high taking that guy, so we're looking for a higher low, and the very first one coming from these type of bottoms over here would be a 382. We was holding that area here, dipped down to about the 0.5 there, didn't quite touch it, but still, or maybe it did it? Maybe I didn't pull my field up. No, still didn't quite touch it. But the 382 areas, you see how they hold some support when we're especially down at these bottoms, right? And then these are great places. Could be getting a 3 drives pattern from down here in these bottoms. This is where you get 3 instances where we get AB equals CDs, and that would be 1. We came up in at the target over there, AB equals CD. It does the dang thing again from our new idea. And that's basically, if you're looking at this, we'll get this guy straightened out right there. And the possibility that we could be working on getting up here in this 2982 area. Measure move idea, AB equals CD. Let me type that in so I know what it is next time I look at this. AB equals CD on a possible. On a possible 3 drives setup. And that means that there might be one, it might do this again, make it one more fun bump up on that little sucker. Even after this one pulls back, probably back to 26 here, after it goes up is what I would guess. So River looking interesting. I'll be looking at 2340 on that one. Let's take a look at Hype. Hyper Liquid. Is our internet out? What's going on? There is not enough receiving video, or not enough receiving. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I hate it when that happens. Hopefully that will sort out here. Alexa, skippy dippy. All right, this is Hyper Liquid. Let's zoom out to the 4 hour. Almost hit our $44 target up there, didn't you? Almost. That's got the 618. Didn't quite make it to the 618. You got our 272 area. So possible support down about 36, 3670, 3650 in that area. Nice coming down to touch a certain areas down here. One, if you got your trend line drawn very nicely, it could actually be this area right here. About $33.20, somewhere through there. You got to look at the areas that we got before. That's what we're testing now. Are we losing it? So far we're holding it, but I don't expect that to hold. That would be the first area to look for. And the breakout and also corresponds with this area over here for support resistance. So that makes a pretty gosh darn good support area to look for. And if it gets all sloppy noodly and can't seem to hold itself, I mean, I would be looking for price action to do a little something, you know, kind of like this. And I don't know how high I go there, but what if it keeps, or it could just keep on coming down and go to, on the bottom of this. That would suck, but we got to keep that idea. So it might be retesting back to 29 if it wants to get real antsy. But hopefully around 33, I'd keep my eye on that to see what kind of support that we get there. And that's just looking at price history and our trend lines and horizontal support, just doing the basics right there. Not complicating it with anything else, just the basics. Price action right there. When you take your swing low to swing high, well, it didn't quite line up just perfectly with that. Those ideas did it, but it did give us some stronger ideas here. I do like that. I do like this. $382 being the area right here, right with the trend line. That'd be the first area to see if it can hold. I would be suspect on it since we're coming through that green cloud. I think that almost, you know, jinxes it. May be wrong, but that's just my thoughts. We'll see what happens right there. But as it stands right now, and if it did break that trend line there, ooh, you could go deep to the 886. Oh, say it's not true. That would be bad. That'd break this trend line too. Let's hope that scenario doesn't open. Let's hope that 37-hour holds. If not, I'm looking for 34 and then maybe even 32. Leaning a little bit more toward this one down here at the moment. This is 4 hour. It can change. I like the flipping on the moving averages over here. You got the red dot happening over here on Market Cypher for the 4 hours saying, hey, baby, you might want to, she might be coming down a little bit now. If you're in a short, you're probably okay. If you're trying to long it, it looks like she might have some downside for you, put you in drawdown. So be careful if you're trying to long this one right now. She already broke a trend line. No bueno for the longie, man. No bueno yet. You may be in trouble and not know it, though. All right, let's take a look at Tau, BitTensor. BitTensor on MEXC, what are you doing over here? It went up to about 280 or 275 right now. I'm going to zoom out on the daily so we can see what's going on. Bearish retest idea off this trend line. What's this thing doing on? We haven't looked at this one in a minute since it's been over here. At 255 and did all that. It even went down. Ooh, you went down to... Ooh, you 414'd me? You sweet little... Oh, lordy! Sexy. I think we looked at it on a different chart since then and some updated analysis, but it's interesting to see right now this old trend line kicking in here from, I believe, from bodies to bodies here on the daily. Yeah. For the candle bodies, it could be just a wee bit lower there, but I took it up to this wick over here. Into these wicks, so I guess it's fine then. And then this is the areas where we're not getting over it, right? There could be a rollover here. I'm just saying, we hope not. It did take out this high though, so we got that. Just barely. It didn't take these guys out. I think it'd get it would make sense that we would get a rejection here, a little rollover, especially the first time coming up to the daily 200, even though we tapped it all week. But since we haven't been able to get above it all week, maybe this weekend it might roll over a little bit, and then we might come back down and retest some other areas and try to go for it again is what I would hope for. So maybe we dip down to about the 0.5. I would be looking for the 0.5 on this one. 21 moving average is there, 100 moving average. 50 is down here, losing the 21. If we lose the 20, we're going to be looking for the 50, but I'd be looking for a halfway down here. Try to stay above the cloud and then maybe try to go back and attack it again to take out these guys. That's the situation I would hope for. I'm just going to leave this on here and we'll see how accurate that might play out. Not that I'm saying that I know what it's going to do at all. But one thing you'll see that I do that other people may not do when people are speculating where they're thinking things to go. When you look at the horizontal trend lines, a lot of times they get really outside that box, man, and they're just, it's like they don't see the price action. I notice things like that. I'm just saying, you always want to respect these bigger trend lines over here. And making a higher low off of that trend line, not even touching that trend line is bullish. But even if we came back to the 618 and touched it on that trend line, still bullish idea, right? Bigger pictures kind of tell us a little bit more information there. But I do kind of see a possible rollover. Let's come over to the 4 hour and see if it has any agreement for me. We've got our moving averages trying to flipping up, but look at the big ones, 800, 600, 300, reverse formation. They're in bearish formation, meaning it can suck us all the way back down here to talk to the 200 moving averages down. I'm leaning toward you. What is this, a 4 hour? Okay, I'm starting to lean toward what is this, Tau? I'm starting to lean toward this. Now, we haven't even looked at the harmonic ideas, and I believe on the impulse move, if we want to take it from this impulse move, I think we got one. So let's go swing high, the swing low. 0.45, that's close to 382. It's also close to a 0.5. That puts us in bat pattern. We got a 115, which is right at a 113. That puts us in bat pattern. That can take us down to 886 retracement, which for this is right down here. So for local, that would be breaking that trend line too. I don't like that. And that'd be bullish. So if this idea plays out, what that would look like would be coming down here and then probably coming down here and looking, it's all over. And then it'd be a fake out. It may do it a couple of times, but we'll just see. That could be happening. We want to see. We could be going right through the cloud. Got some rollovers on the moving averages here on the 4 hour. Come down to the 1 hour and BitTensor. How are you looking? There is some hope on the 1 hour. There is some hope on that 1 hour. So, look at this idea though. Let me keep that guy there. Can I lock you in? So this is just an idea. It's not confirmed. It will not confirm till we get down here. But if it does confirm, it flips bullish. So that's what we're kind of seeing. Here was an idea of the trend lines, and we did a bear trap, 382 Fibonacci area. And what happens with a bear trap idea if it comes back in the trend line? A lot of times you get short squeezes and you get the pump up. What we did, that's pretty good. So, and now if that continue that trend line, it seems like, well, we got another one right here. So, I mean, next we can do this for our trend line, and that's valid too. It just opens it up and widens it a little bit. But we're following the main idea also gives you a lot of insight, a lot more insight, I think. Makes a good place to put your stop losses. I believe you're trying to take a long on it. And maybe, if we're not flipping bearish on it, if we are trying to catch some traction here, then we got some confluence for this idea right up here at 330. Could be. Well, that little measure move idea right there. AB, possible AB equals CD idea right there. Let me take my fibs and see if we can nail it in there. Oh, it's a 618. Oh, right. Okay, we want that one, and we want this one. So there's some bullish ideas if we're looking for a higher high. Maybe. 15-minute, do you look bullish? Are you trying to do a little something? You're not as bullish. You're still in the 200. So but she did make a higher high here after making a higher low, or lower low. She's flushing out. If you're trying to look at the local price action, you got this expanding, broadening pattern here. And they have like a 60% chance to actually break to the upside, believe it or not. Expanding, broadening pattern, even though it's local, does have a better chance to break to the upside than to the downside. I got that to say locally here on the 15-minute time frame, BitTensor. So what are you going to do? Well, we got to pay attention, man. Have a game plan. If it goes below a certain area, you don't need to be in that trade. Let's take a look at Ton Coin. She's cheap. Ton is cheap. And one of you said that you can buy Bitcoin on Telegram app now. That's cool. I know they got a wallet on it, and I was expecting DEXEs and stuff. I haven't seen anything. But Telegram, I mean, that app has got so much potential. And now that they're starting to ease up on crypto and stuff, I think we'll start seeing a lot more out of Telegram. And I think Ton should, I mean, Ton might be one you want to put on your back burner here. It's at 125 right now, and it's not been there for a minute. I don't even have the price action over here. Ton Coin. Whereas that's Binance. Binance, you suck anymore. You never get all the coins early. Who would have the... I mean, we can go with the trading view, but it doesn't have volume on it. Let's try Bybit. That's the euro. Don't want the euro. All right, well, gosh darn it. I shouldn't have to look that damn hard for one. How about OKX? There we go. There's some price history right here. Yeah. So monthly candles, you see, we haven't, Ton's not been at these prices for a long time, several years down here, except for that little day in October. But you couldn't buy it then because the exchanges were all screwed up. So you're just on a wild ass roller coaster road, wild ass rocket ride, then drop down to the center of the earth and bounce right back up. You can get liquidated, but you ain't taking no profit on it, baby. If you shorting, you ain't getting no profit. They ain't gonna let you have that, but they'll liquidate you on the way down. Got a nice rounded shape going on over here for Ton. I'm gonna draw it on the upside, but you see that little nice rounded shape going on right there. Looks like a banana hammock. Somehow that doesn't sound right on the late night show. Isn't that a kind of underwear, banana hammock? So hopefully we're making a nice big rounded bottom over here. That would be cool. Let's zoom out a little bit. Got a nice horizontal trend line that's so far holding up for us. To me, I think it's still in a great little place to accumulate. And here on the daily, I'm just going to pull out my fibs and play with them because it's fun. We're still in our accumulation zone right here. And if we really want to shrink it down to really get the best bargain on it, oh, we just bounced off of it right there. We're betwixt the we're right in a really good spot. Really good spot. And we take our fibs over here from low to high, look at our extensions. When almost the 1618 area right here, 1414, we got. That's a good sign that we're at a bottom zone here. And let me take a few little harmonic measure moves over here. You got to understand that the harmonics, some of you might not have figured it out or put these pieces together, but the harmonics are based on measured moves. The very first harmonic pattern that I learned and even discovered, oh man, that's a harmonic pattern? Oh, really? Oh, well, cool. Oh, it's the AB equals CD, and that's all about measured moves. Measure moves are a good thing. And some people don't believe in them, and I'm like, oh man, I definitely do. But if you can tighten them up with your fibs, it's so much better. Pointing us up over here in these areas, but in the 618 and 786er area, we could be coming up to just the measure moves alone. I want to keep them. Maybe I'll remember what I'm doing over here. I know what the colors mean. The colors mean measure move. All right, so are we going to start climbing up through this ladder? I hope so, man. I think it's got a nice little rounded shape over here. Let's hope it holds. No guarantees on anything, but let's hope in the bigger picture that it holds. Squeezing onto the rounded shape, and this rounded shape will probably expand and get a little bit more rounder on this bottom, but at some point we're looking for a squeeze and then an expansion phase on this, and the expansion phase will be fun, starting to get us back to the $3 area. Take a look at DEXE because it's a cooking. Did we ever look at Link? I'll look at Link next. This is DEXE, which I thought was a it's a protocol. I thought it was an exchange, but it's not. It's a protocol for governance coins. Yay. I think the tokenomics looked interesting, but I don't know about the purpose. But it looks like it is in a big ass falling wedgie to the upside. Depending on how you want to draw that. We'll go from here, go from here. I'm just going to go where we got the most touches. We'll take just the standard measure move from that. Bring it straight down there. Put it at the possible breakout area. And we're at it right now. Suggest that our measure move might take us back to $20.47 for that little guy right there. We can just get past these bearish moving averages that are flipping on us right now. That's the only thing that might beat our little asses down to the ground. The next target I got 716 if we're trying to do more upside, and then trying to touch 9 if we can get out of this, but chances are we might get out a little bit and then come back down and talk to these other guys down about 340. Not what you want to hear, but what I got to say, because you still got your other moving averages. Your smaller moving averages are below your bigger moving averages, and price kind of snaps back to the smaller ones before they, get to some of these other bigger ones. Takes it in step, but ooh, she's trying something good on the 4 hour, looking yummy though. Still bearish on the bigger ones, 800, 600. 360's trying to do something though. 200's already done something. This is looking nice and strong over here. So maybe you will get your little ride up there to at least take out this guy, right? That would be right at equal with it. Would you be making some kind of a, oh my God, everybody's going to be looking for a cup and handle? I'm not. That went up and then down. Did it? Would it count? Price has got to come from the bottom for me for a cup and handle. Cannot come from the top. Technically, this one would come from the bottom because it came up here and then rounded out. Might be a cup and handle. They're normally not a bottom reversal pattern. A lot of people look at them there. A lot of people teach that. But if you read up and study on it, you learn that it's correct. It's a continuation pattern, and then, they can't explain why their cup and handle didn't break out 90% of the time like it should. Why it rolled over and went down lower. It's because it's not being applied correctly. It's a continuation pattern. It is not a reversal. Now, there is a round reversal pattern. It's called a scallop, but you're not looking for a handle per se. I encourage you, if you're a pattern trader or patterns appeal to you, to get a good source of information for your pattern trading. And I can't recommend any other place better than Thomas Bukowski's thepatternSite.com. Free site over here, free education. Goes over a lot of things, and I attribute a lot of my success and a lot of my understanding to this man over here, because what I was learning in trading groups was just kind of off and not there. Over there, they were telling me every pattern breaks up 68% of the time. Thomas Bukowski gives you the real deals because he's the one that came up with the statistics that they can't get straight. They took his falling wedge statistic and started applying 68% chance a falling wedge breaks to the upside. And then a few cycles ago, some of these trading groups just kind of regurgitated that information for every pattern. And now that's all you hear. It's got a 68% chance to break up. It's got a 68% chance to break down. This pattern has a 68% chance for this. And then sometimes they just pull things out of their ass. And I think this one goes up 90% of the time. If you want the nerdy statistics, Thomas Bukowski's your man. And here's a cheat sheet to get your triangle patterns to help you out. And the percentages that these patterns break up is pretty gosh darn accurate. If you get the right one, right? Apply it in the right place and not try to force fit it into some area it doesn't belong, such as putting bottom patterns on tops and top patterns on bottoms and continuation patterns on tops and bottoms. And anyway, see if we can get some support over here on the 4 hour on DEXE. Chat, how we doing over here tonight? Let me come over and see you guys. You guys are not chatting very much. Scar says, if XRP loses 139, we will fall to the next level of 120 to 120. Yeah, we could. That could be that double retest, that type 2 return for that area, for that harmonic, and that would be a good place to pick it up. I think that's my argument there. I'm behind on the chat. Scar says, going to walk the kids. Be back shortly. David Giff says, 69 420. Bart Simpson coming. I think I need some good ass coffee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think the 50s night is, I think we're going to get off the 50s. Dia says, let's go. Made it. Kids are asleep. Ready for some crypto. Strega says, loving the discounts. All right. 4-legged kids are walked. Well, that didn't take very long. That was a short walk. You were going to walk them at 10:28. And you were back by 10:47. I guess it wasn't that short, was it? Gosh. Discount prices tonight, says Tommy 2 liters. Scar says, okay, here's a good one. The bill gets passed on April 1st. Law, full moon, is on April 1st. It's also April Fool's Day. What's the odds of that happening? Okay, here's another thought. We crashed down April. April is tax season, so it's not as fun. But I this time I'm really looking hard at April and May, because the sell in May walk away people seem to be onto something. So even selling half and just getting the hell out of half might be something that I look at, because the summer doldrums. I don't know. Just tossing these ideas around in my head. Fool's Day, full moon, which has a better odds. You might be onto something there, my man, Scar. And the bill gets passed later in April. Sergey said, I'm tired out today. Tommy Tudor says, love the music. Oh, with the 50s? I've already took it off. PMO says 68% of the time, it works every time. All right, let's go take a look at, oh, I guess my alarm's going off over here. How much time we got? We've been going for an hour? Well, that's cool. We went over XRP, went over River, went over Hype. We have not went over Link. Got to go over Link. I got you, baby. There's a request for Link. Got it over here on buying. Ooh, what are you doing? You're at 887. Are you doing the old rangy thing again? It was looking kind of funky over here, getting up to $10, man. Look like, oh man, she's trying to do something. Ribbon flip trying to happen on the smaller ones. Hadn't quite go over the 360. Now we come over and test the 200 on the, really? Well, let's see what the fibs say. Go from low to high. So we're coming on to 861. I don't know if that's going to hold or not. If this was just one quick move from here to there, I'd be looking at the 0.5 Fibonacci to hold. Maybe it will because of a trend line idea. Well, not really. Or maybe wick there and get back into it. That's a lot to ask. There is kind of a channel idea. Maybe it's trying to do that, right? But I'm kind of leaning a little bit more, testing this trend line down here. This and the 618, about 820 again. Wow. Wonder if they'll try to take us down there tomorrow. So either, they're going to come back and we'll cover the 200 moving average. We'll bounce off some local area of support. They tried to scare us, and Oh, I'm sorry. This is the weekend fake out, and we can bounce from here and get back the same as business, or we're going to, maybe take some of these lower prices here. If you took the measured move from this guy, if you're actually trying to play at a channel, that takes us kind of way down here back to the 7s. I'm not trying to go that bearish. Let's zoom out and look why we should be bullish. That's probably the good thing, is that we're still got a big ass major trend line. This is the daily. It's still got some wiggle room too, but we don't want to have to use any of that wiggle room. We want this area to hold. That might be the argument for the 823 if we want to come back down there and kind of retest that area. But look at the big thick cloud. I like that. We're above the 50. That's good. Here, oh, this is the daily. 9's above the 21, and both of them, the 9 and the 21 moving average, are above the 50. That sounds like that could be. And we got falling volume with falling price. We could get a bounce here soon. Okay. So I think we just got some weekend well action going on. Just trying to play some games and take advantage of scaring retail on the weekends when retail traders like to come in and overtrade and, do all our degen bad habits. Let's see, go down to the 4 hour on Chainlink, because that's a good one to watch. And it sucks being low the 200 moving average, but you still got the 50 and the 100 above it. Could snap back. So chances, will we touch this? I don't know. We're not even back down here again at 860. We're at 888. It's kind of like we came back into the channel idea. Look at it on the 1 hour. Look, it's a bear flag to the downside. That's the first thing you're probably going to hear. The first thing I'm probably going to tell you is that look at the range we were in. Pull your fibs. And we won 618. Doesn't mean we're not going to go lower, but it means we need to go up a certain amount before we go lower, right? And even if we just take our local impulse move there, I would expect this at least come back up to around $9, maybe $8.95 if we're going to roll over and try to do something go lower, or come back for a higher low or something like that, right? It's made it up pretty good so far. So I'd be looking here for a higher low, or we're going to try to come up and touch these and then try to find a higher low. That's just my take on it. I see more of a reason that we could catch traction over here and then start working up than for us just to keep rolling over. And I hope I'm not wrong, but that's just kind of what I'm seeing here. All right, Sky. Let's take a look at Sky. It used to be Maker, and then they put out a shit ton of coins and relabeled and whatever. And now instead of being $1,500 a coin, you got a bunch of coins that are 7 cents. I'm not mistaken over here, Sky. But it seems to be doing okay, man. Broke out of this, went up. I mean, can't bitch about that. Guess we get to get rid of all this old stuff and see what's going on new. That's pretty good. Let's take our fibs and fib her out from swing high down to this wick swing low and see. Ooh, knifey. So we're fighting with the 886 Fibonacci area. 786 Fibonacci area, 82 cents. 88 cents is definitely on the table. So also, believe it or not, is 10 cents and maybe even 11 cents over here. We'll kind of dial this in as I do some more fib pulls here. Sky coin looking kind of sexy. Kind of makes me wish I'd held on to, but were you like 30 cents or something and then now you're not? If we're trying to do a channel idea, going from mostly wicks to wicks, apply it up here and so we might be in a little bit of a channel idea. Means that we could be coming back to 6.5 cents or go up as high as almost 9.3 all through that little range there. As we said, when we come down from these bottom ideas, one of the things I do like to look for is AB equals CD patterns. From here, we bounced off of the 0.5 Fibonacci, and our target area was right over here when we went to with AB equals CD. Could we be doing this again? I'm going to say, well, hell yeah, we could be. What would that look like? It could be a possible 3 drives pattern. We talked about this on another coin earlier in the show. I can't remember which. I don't know if it might have been even Bitcoin. I don't have a good one over here though. Have you got a bigger idea? No. I don't see a solid one over here. If it were, there could be a possibility of, yeah, getting, oh, we got confluence there. At 102? Maybe. So this is the point where we just take a new trend line and hope that little sucker holds, and you can put your stop losses below over here if you wanted to. It's 0.07 cents at 7.5 cents. There might be a play there. So on the daily, let's come down to the 4 hour and see what it says. What do you say, 4 hour? Oh, you're a little different over here, aren't you? I want to go from candle bodies to candle bodies. Nice. Now, by this idea, we didn't come down and touch that trend line. That's bullish. 200 moving average. It's got a little stuff to do over here, but there might be a breakout idea if you're looking at candle bodies. You got a breakout, clean breakout and retest going on. As the 9 moving average is crossing the 50 on the 4 hour, you're looking sexy to me. Normally not a break. I mean, they're not my favorite trades to look for a breakout, but a breakout with a little retest over here. Do I have a play over here I can play this weekend? 200 crossing Miss Lucy line over here. On the 15-minute time frame for Sky. Oh, I would be willing to go right below there, or maybe pull it down way down here if I want to decrease my chances of getting stopped out. Pull it down here so they wouldn't wick me to the 200 and then take off. Yeah. Do I have Sky? Is that available over here? I've got a little small trade over here, a schlonging going on. I've got a Bitcoin long. They're very small. It's on the perpetuals, the inverse. They're very, very tiny. Saving the USDT trades for anything that we might do here on the show. And look at here at Bitcoin, we're claiming that trend line over. You're looking sexy. You're trying to move up there, aren't you?
Is it a bear flag to the downside, or is it a recovery?
Getting above that trend line there kind of piques my interest. We're getting above this level that we held over here. I even see a possible, I can go really tight over here. You want to do a little Bitcoin scalpio? Is it worth it to do a Bitcoin scalp? Where's the, is it worth it? I can get a tight, I mean, you're either going to work or you're not. I get a really, really tight stop loss over here. Is that a 5-to-1 for that little move there on the 3-minute? Oh, hell. And I'm on some crazy ass leverage anyway. I'm going to take you. I want to take you up here to this. I want to take a little scalpy up here. That's a 4. That's almost a 5-to-1. I think I can do that. I'm gonna take me a little something here on Bitcoin and pull my stop loss right down here. It's a tiny stop loss, but my idea is invalid if we break the trend line and it makes a lower low. My idea is invalid, but if it's not invalid, oh crap! Oh man, I screwed up my stop loss. Let me drag it down there before it gets me. Grab the stop loss before he gets you. That's how to mess up a trade before it even gets started. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. I'll put it over here. All right, and so my take profit was just right up here, but this is a 5-to-1. So I can get up here and get it. That's not a 5-to-1. That's more of a 3-to-1. I'm risking 50 cents to make $1.50. That's only 3-to-1. Did you lie to me? You said 4.92. What the hell? My math that's not correct by my math. Oh, I see, because that's not me entry. Yeah, there we go. Well, that sucks. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not. 'Tis not beautiful. Wonder if we can get up here and touch these guys. Am I getting greedy? What would it look like? We can get up here. What is this? The 3 minute? We might be able to do that. Is this the 50 moving average? And 360? That's the 50? Oh, and we're getting above the 21, maybe 100. I actually would be looking for that. I think we might be able to get up a little bit further. Let's check our fibs. I always love the fibs. I'm looking for a 786 or a 886 for this one. Get this off a log. Oh, that's the 618. All right, I'll put you at the 618. I will take you right to there for a little bit of scalperoni for Bitcoin. See how that plays out. But well, I was looking for Sky for a little weekend trading action over here. Here, 3 minute. You don't look as happy. Oh, and that, will you make it through this? Hey, go back and look at my chart over here. 21, I'm on the 15 minute, right? All right, this one's coming up. That sucks a little bit. Ah. Okay, you got volume, price. And on the 1 minute, you tricky AF. All right. Let's see if we can keep this double bottom in there at 7.4. Sky is what? 7 cents? I think, yeah, I'm just going to keep my 3. I'll just keep 3x for right now on this one. Nice 886. Nice 1113 target. Did you guys catch what I did there? You did a harmonic, so it'll make a lot more sense to you. That is 0.08. All right. Oh, about the same as what I had on Bitcoin right there, but we'll try it. And we got a market. All right, so my stop losses are in. Hopefully it will not, my stop loss is below the wick down here and the trend line. So breaking one or both of those invalidates my idea that we can go up. It would have been awesome if I waited for it to come down here and try to get a higher low, but I'm kind of lazy that way. So I took it into account with my position size and my leverage, and trying to work with it. If it comes down here, I have the option to add to it if I feel ballsy enough to do it. This is 886. I would consider it, and my take profit target is right over here at the 113. And it's a little bit over a 3-to-1 risk to reward. If we go straight up, if we come down, I might think about adding to it. Maybe. I got a pretty good stop loss. It's still well within my little risk management mark there. And oh wow, we're already up 2 cents. Wow, I feel like, man, hey, let's go look at Lambos. You guys want to look at Lambos tonight? We're up, man. Oh my God, we're up 30.37%. It only gets better from here. Let's go look at Lambos. Let's start picking out our Lambos. Oh wow, look, there's a red one. It's only $204,000 right there. Awesome. We should shop for Lambos over here because we got such an excellent trade over. Oh, here's one. I can afford this one. I can get me a Lamborghini Revuletto 24 boat, right? I get an electric Lambo. Well, that will put me in the top 1%. An electric Lambo. Oh, look, this one's cheaper. This one's $48. I thought these were... Although these were for the bangers over here. Well, we got some great deals. I can Kid Zone. I can get one for my kids for $229. Awesome. I can get a Lambo for the whole family. This trade goes right. These are a lot cheaper than that other page. Lambos. All right, so we got our silly trade in. See what comes of that. Let me come over to our charts. Come on, baby. Pump off of that big 200 moving average. Let's get something going over here. Show me what you can do, Skycoin. Chain link. I did do chain link. We looked at it. Looked like it could be a coming on down for a type 2 return. Bring it back up real quick. I forgot where we looked at it though. It wasn't Binance, was it? Actually, here on the 1 minute, she looking kind of funky. She looked like she want to do a little something, do a little reclamation. The idea was the trend line, and we are back above it. So maybe I see that maybe there'll be a short squeeze here. Now that we are back above the trend line in the area over here, let me turn the regular candles on. You can kind of see it. That's bullish. A wick below a trend line. That almost screams of a bear trap. Not out of the woods. 50 trying to corner this 200 moving average over here. Not out of the woods. These guys could cross over here and we could send us lower. The targets I got lower could be 826, and I'd be retesting this trend line. But right now, honestly, it looks like she's trying to put in her higher low right here with that wick. Last time she had a nice little wicky wick. We didn't stay down here very long. I think we got, and what I believe I said, if I remember right, we just got some weekend price action for a lot of these altcoins over here. Typical scary weekend, get you to sell all your coins, make stupid choices, and hopefully they're not going to dump us down tomorrow night, but that could happen too. That might be what happens after this 50 crosses over that 200. Maybe they come back and drop us down harder tomorrow. I don't know, but we got a chance. I believe we got a little chance to do at least stabilize through here until we start picking up next week. Crossing our fingers. How's ladies USD doing? Is everybody trading ladies now? Let's take a look at ladies. Hey Anita, if you're ever watching this, we're doing ladies. We used to look at it on KuCoin. That's where I've got my chart. Where is it? Why is it not on here? Oh, maybe I could put in this. Ladies. There, wait a minute. KuCoin, right there you are. Okay, we got you. And look at it on the 4 hours, usually where we're tracking it. Have been for several months here. Ladies has been on quite the adventure. Nobody loved it, and it was scary AF when it came down here, but look what happened, man. Look at, think about it. Down here, nobody loved it, and then it went up 108%. So she's got quite the range action going on. Fell down 40%. And if you can handle the volatility, you can do some stuff with these. It's only fractions of a penny. Nice. I still see us flipping the bigger moving averages. Haven't done it yet, but we're still working on it. Still got this bigger ass trend line that could give us some support, just a wee bit down. So if we do keep coming down, I'm not convinced that we will, but I would hope we'd hold some support over here. We seem to have gotten above the yellow 618 so far. Shouldn't have to go down and retest it, but I think these areas should be holding. Trying to slowly work our way up with higher lows until we can break out. Oh, did it do that? That was Sunday. Last week it did that. Okay. And I know one of the strategies I've mentioned to Anita is like layer in some limit orders up through here. And that way when it comes up there, you're selling some, then you can buy back in at the lows. All right, let's take a look at, did we take a look at Zcash? I meant to take a look at Zcash. Zcash, now in my opinion, like XRP, this one's also got a nice little pattern over here. Is that 786 retracement? I believe we've got a Gartley pattern. It is a Gartley, I believe, right? A Gartley pattern over here, which is bullish. And we tested it one time, two time. I hope we don't come down to test it a third, but we might. This was the, was that February? Yeah. But this should be a bullish pattern. Of course, now our ribbon flip bearish on the 4 hour. That kind of sucks unless we're trying to climb up through it. But next major target, we're looking at the 382. That's actually where I'd be looking for you to go up for your type 2 return. Oh, you already did though. So I think this would be your type 2 return that we should start working our way up to here at 411 is what I would be hoping for. Yeah, I got on the 4 hour, you got the golden cross that just happened. And that's where the blue 50 moving average crossed over the 200. That means by the next dip, which hopefully this is it. The only scary thing is we lost a trend line, but it could be just a little fake out for weekend price action. Zcash, I think, is looking very interesting. It's retesting these areas over here and areas over here. So you got kind of a support resistance flip right here. That little area right there that we're kind of zoned. We're trying to retest. I would hope that we would get our little happy asses back up in here and then start going up. I also want to take a look at Casper since everybody wants to talk about it when it's at 4 cents, but nobody's out here spurting too much about it when it's down to 3 cents. But maybe they should, because I think we've also got a validation for a harmonic reversal pattern over here too. And that is around the 2.5 to 3 cent area. And we may visit that again over the next little bit. We could go up to 6 cents, 8 cents, and come all the way back down here over the next few months on Casper. If we do, that's a good play. That's what we usually see out of these guys. So we might do something like that. We might do something like this. We might not do it at all, but if we do, that just gives you another place to take some profits and pile the hell up on Casper again. That's a pretty gosh darn good darn range to be going through from up there. It's 200%. And in accumulation zone, that's what's happening over here. We're slow in the accumulation zone through here. And then if this to be true, which I believe it to be true, we've held it over here. We're not going any lower. As long as it's valid accumulation, then we can start looking at 8.5 cents and almost 13 cents out of it again. And maybe come back up to 19 and 20. That's far off, but a long-term play for, a long-term swing or mid-position player, somebody that's really into Casper, this is the time to be bullish on it, in my personal opinion. You're trying to build up your bag, trying to get you set up on whatever you're trying to do, mining it and all this other stuff. Not bad. Here on the daily, we got the 9 cross the 21 and the 50. Oh, hell yeah. In the middle of a red cloud, a little sliver of green. You're looking bullish. Come on back down to about 3.5 cents. Come on back down there. May even come down lower. That's cool. 3.2, 3.5, 3.4. Anywhere through here is a good place to kind of accumulate a little bag of Casper in case it wants to double up, triple up on us again. Probably doing it on spot more than leverage. Just saying. 16 people, 16 wonderful, beautiful people.
For those of you
out
that
here.
have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Crypto Cowboys, Moon or Alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dogg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dogg.
And we're back. Anyone get an email from Coinbase today? Oh, man. No, but I finally got my 1099 DA and finished my taxes. Oh, yay. Crypto taxes are still a pain in the ass. There'll always be a pain in the ass. I mean, technically, if it's a currency, I don't think you should be taxed on it. But no, they're not putting it in the currency pack. You shouldn't be taxed on your Bitcoin trades. I don't believe. I mean, profits or whatever, but I don't know. When you go exchange dollars for euros and stuff like that, are they taxing you out the ass for that? No, I don't believe so. It kept saying 1099B, and I had to type in a bunch of transactions in. I use CoinTracker. I have been for 7 years now. Super late, but hello, says MG Motorsports. Hey, how's it going, MG? Good to see you. Scar says, use one exchange and a hard wallet. Works pretty good. Nothing wrong with that at all. MG's been fixing his mom's washing machine. Hey, man, well, that's just being a good son right there. Shout out to you, my man. We take a look at Casper over here from this high that it had. We're above our. Oh, we already did that. Yeah, 382. Starting to look at about 4 right over here. Next little local target, main local target, looking for is about 4.8 cents. May even do better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We've been over quite a few coins. Went over Zcash, Casper, went over XRP, River, Hype, went over Chainlink, went over Sky, SKY, went over BitTensor, Tau, went over Ton, DEXE, and just trying to take it in stride as this market tries to figure out what it's going to do. Altcoins are being bled out right now, but they are at an area of support, or maybe we can turn around, or maybe they got to go down just a little bit. We have a measure move that takes us down to a 618 fib here if they want to come in, scare us a little bit, and then start pumping us up over the early week, going into Monday. I don't know. Keep a track on that. Bitcoin dominance, interesting. Looks like it's coming down, so that could be in the favor for altcoins, unless it catches support here and decides to reverse. But you would think, man, let this be a bear flag. Let's finally do a bear flag idea. Can you finally be a damn bear flag? Get us down here to this area, break this little low. That would be awesome. I'd be cool with that idea. Don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll put it there for wishful thinking. Because meanwhile, stablecoin or dominance is going up, so a lot of people going into heavy for stablecoin, even choosing that over Bitcoin as it is, since Bitcoin is down. That's kind of crazy. You need to buy you some Bitcoin. And we still kind of have to figure out what's going to happen next week with the Wall Street or tech stocks, if they're going to keep dropping or find a little support over here at the 236 moving average. And that's what our week looks like. So a lot of it depends on what's going to be happening later on tonight or earlier this morning. That it is now Sunday morning. And this is where we'll start seeing something, in my personal opinion. They'll try pushing us in one direction or the other subtly, and probably see it continue into Monday. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So they'll try to scare us out, and it could go into the next day, or maybe they'll flip it around on us. So curious to see what starts happening. It's not Sunday yet. It's still Saturday. Into the wee morning hours of Sunday, around 3 p.m. See what the UK does when they start coming in about 4:05 in the morning, 6 in the morning. See what those little bastards do. The UK, I think, starts coming in around 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. somewhere through there, 3 to 5 a.m. something like that. Is that right? London comes in at 3 a.m. or used to, with time differences or whatever. I don't know how that's working. And then New York starts. Session starts at 8. There's not officially one, but you still got your whales in those time zones that like to manipulate this market. So see what they try to do. All right, everybody, go to the end screen. Thanks for hanging out. Listen to some music, catch up on the comments, and I will see you there.
Too sweet to sell.
I think this one's more fitting.
I take my coffee. Catching the knife, deeper every day. Red devils raining, shot suicide dive. I seen the bottom, swear it's on fire. One more layer, tell myself it's strategic, but leverage is left. Carving on my ticket, Bitcoin sitting pretty, no blade on the skin. Spot just breathe, let the storm blow through again. Me, I'm diving head first, palms wide and bleeding. Catching the knife, convinced I'm succeeding. Every ticket falls, I whisper this is the turn. But the cut gets deeper, blood starts to burn. On liquidation on spot, it's time to wait it out. But I'm feeding the blade, screaming there's no doubt. Catching the knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more head, one more, this time it bounces, but the blade keeps cutting, no mercy, no ounces. Catching the knife, risky as hell, averaging down, straight into my own cell spot. BTC's calm, no blood on the floor, but I'm catching the knife, still catching the knife. Margin calls, screaming, phones on fire, red double down. Cashed early, posted their wins and bounce. I'm still here bleeding, clinging to the plan announced. Spot just floats quiet, no rope around his neck. But I'm catching the night, choking on my own wreck. Every slice I take, I say this time it's mine. But probabilities laughing, stats don't lie. Calm spot and
Bitcoin, what are you doing? $69,000.
leverage is war, and I'm still alive. Catching the night.
Oh man, if you went short over here, you're going to regret it.
While I lose control. One more ad, one more. This time it bounces, but the play keeps
We're up a whopping 13 cents on this long. Let's get it. Ah!
risky as hell. Averaging down straight into my own.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, shoot.
No blood on the floor.
No, the Bitcoin one, it just now dropped. It's 7%. That's up more than I thought.
Still catching the night.
Oh my gosh.
Why do we chase the fall and steal? Think we're heroes, think we'll make the deal. Knife keeps dropping cause through hope and pride. One wrong ticket is liquidation time. Switch the spot, let the acid breathe free. No blade, no blood, just you and the sea. But the thrill of the cash, that rush in the vein, keeps us grabbing a knife again and again. Catching the knife, bleeding out slow. Telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more ad, one more, pray for the bounce.
We made a higher high out of Bitcoin.
No mercy, no ounces. Catching the knife.
I can ease my little stop loss though. Right, just keep it below my trend line. That increases my risk reward ratio quite a freaking bit.
Still catching the knife.
And now that gives me a 6 to 1 risk reward ratio. As long as I don't get stopped out.
Let it go.
Are we gonna get a squeeze? Can we get a squeeze?
Go.
Come back and retest this area.
Go.
Too sweet to sell.
I take my coffee black, same as my mood. Scroll through the feed at 3 a.m., feeling screwed. Green candles flirting, red ones cut me deep. I tell myself I'm fine, but I can't even sleep. I could cash out clean, walk away tonight, but the chart keeps whispering, one more fight is just a
I
little
haven't even looked
bit.
at that one in a while.
It's just a little pain. I'll average down harder, do it all again. You're too sweet to sell, too sweet to too sweet to sell. Oh, you're too sweet to sell, too sweet to sell. I know I should take profits, I know I should be gone, but you're too sweet to sell, too sweet to sell. You're too sweet to sell, too weak to sell. I'm too weak to sell you, too sweet to sell. I see the Lambos flexing on the timeline feed. Gurus preaching patience while they plant the seed. I'm down in the red, but I still feel the rush. Every pump's a promise, every dump's a crush. I could cut the loss, take my dignity back, but I'm still here praying for the next attack. It's just a little bleed, it's just a little sting. I hollow through the wind to do it all again.
This is the other's chart.
Too sweet to sell.
She's getting a little action.
Oh, you're too sweet to sell. I know I should take profit.
Yeah, I think altcoins have got a little local bottom for right now. We'll get some upside on altcoins.
You're too sweet to sell. Too weak to sell you. Too sweet to sell. The nights are getting longer. The red is getting deeper. I keep telling myself it's just a correction.
I can see it's going up another, what is that? About a little over another billion, maybe another 2 billion. Don't know if that's going to roll over from there though. If we get back into the little zone over here, maybe we can get a short squeeze. That'd be cool.
Too sweet to sell. too sweet to sell.
That might be hopeful. Or maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. No, that's not too hopeful. That's not too hopeful. This is others chart at support possible. So we can come back up to this high over here. Hopefully we'll get something out of altcoins, a little bit of something.
Too sweet to sell, 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 too sweet to sell.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Jesus loves you. Have a good day. Good night, John Boy.